A Quiet Place is a horror thriller directed by John Krasinski, but is set to be released April 6th of 2018 at the time this video was made. The producer is Michael Bay, so that's a plus. Michael Bay is responsible for producing movies like Pearl Harbor, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Island, one of my favorite movies, Armageddon, another one of my favorite movies, the Purge series as well. So I think it's warranted that we have high hopes for this movie, since many horror thrillers that I've seen done by him has been a success. So the concept is one of the most spine-chilling I have seen since I started watching horrors, which is when I was really little. If they hear you, they hunt you. Whoa. Whatever these humanoid creatures are, any weapon that we have created cannot hurt them. So we figured we'd make a video based on 5 possible theories as to what these creatures in this movie actually are. So the first one is aliens. That's the de facto. Usually creatures that us Earthlings have a hard time killing off is from another planet, with either better technology or physiology that trumps ours. It is possible that these creatures came to our planet to claim it, feed off of us, and possibly to eradicate us subsequently, like the War of the World situation. And the reason our weapons don't work is most likely because they're wearing a certain armor that protects them, or their bodies are comprised of materials that none of our weapons on Earth can penetrate or obliterate. So I think that's a really interesting concept for this, whether that armor is something that they made or is just part of their biological makeup. So the second possibility as to what these creatures might be in this movie is demons. They could have come from an alternate dimension or another plane of existence. They could have been sent here to punish us. It is possible that somebody somewhere could have opened up a doorway. That's usually another concept that is done in movies like this, where these things come out of the ground that have been dormant for a while, or maybe there's some sort of fallen angel or something. The third is the undead. It's very cliche, but they could be a sort of zombie. The armor that the trailer mentioned that is impenetrable could just be the fact that they're supernatural, and so while they can hurt us, we can't hurt them, like Paranormal Activity. So the fourth is a governmental project. Have you ever seen The Host? There are movies out there where people cook up creatures in a lab that turn out to be mutated, indomitable entities that the government cannot control. This could have been intentional or unintentional. They could have been a product of this biological warfare weapon that was being cooked up in a lab, or just something that got out of control. The final and fifth possibility is that they're evolved humans. These humans are based on a strain of virus that caused them to evolve into these things like the ones that we see from I Am Legend. So they're not particularly undead, but everything that made them human, or what we recognize as human, is dead, and they become something else, something more primal. So that's what we gather from the movie, or at least from what we've seen in the trailer. If you guys want us to do other videos on this, I mean, we will be covering another one, such as things that don't make sense in the trailer. And we found it kind of ridiculous with these things. So if you're interested in seeing more videos on A Quiet Place leading up to the movie, please let us know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching. This has been Altiuri. You ask, we answer.